Hey everybody, it's Nate with the Day of WAV Club podcast. I'm here back once again with my good buddy Roger.
What's up, everybody? It's me, Roger.
So this is going to be the big alert. This is the Weed podcast. This is the huge anime one. So our wonderful host, Mr. Mike, usually who joins us on that, there won't be with us today. He doesn't know much about anime, so we're not going to fault him for that. There,
He's a normie.
He's a normie, but he's also the retro gaming guy and the gaming guru guy. So yeah, jack of all trades, master of none. But it's better than being a master of one, which is the full quote, by the way.
Yeah, I've been trying to figure that one out.
I learned that recently. That is the full quote.
Okay.
But we're not here to talk about philosophy and ideals. So let's
I'm not
get
a red
this.
mage, so well, I am, but that's another story.
Barely.
What?
Barely even a cosplayer anymore.
I
You
got
used to
back
be
into it.
the Adam cosplayer.
I was the Adam. That's another.
I used to be the GoPro camera guy.
You were the GoPro camera guy.
And then for a while, that was the 4chan. So anyways, continue on.
That'll be a story for another time.
This is the so right now we're in the fall anime.
Yep, to my knowledge, we should be. Yeah.
I'm super behind on stuff as per usual. Which if you know me, you'll know I tend to fall behind on things unless something is overly adorable or talks about guns.
Cute guns doing cute things.
I love the Pote. It's one of my favorite series. But we'll get to the favorite series here in a bit. So fall animes. There have been a couple going on that I've been hearing about. I'm actually keeping up with one right now, and I'm going to be that guy. I'm watching it on Netflix. I'm keeping up with Comey Can't Communicate.
Oh, such a cute show.
Super adorable.
It's so wholesome, I'm not going to lie.
And
I love it.
It's on episode 4 right now. As of today's date, it's currently on episode 4. Tomorrow will be episode 5.
Yay.
So we'll see what happens next. I know I've read a little bit on information on it there, so I have an idea of what happens. I've been looking into the manga because I know a lot more happens. But that's the same thing with a lot of things. If you look in the manga, there's of course always more to the book than there is to the actual series.
Oh yeah, it's kind of a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Record of Ragnarok.
All I know of Record of Ragnarok is one thing, and it's the job I never knew I would ever want. And that'd be a bosom holder.
A bosom. Oh my god.
After I saw
bosoms.
I want to hold bosoms. That's what I want my life job to be on right there. Get jacked, hold bosoms.
I just want to be Hermes with the little, not Hermes, Heimdall with the little horn. All right, everybody. Apparently, there's a speaker too.
It's even better that you look at Heimdall in the standard lore on that there, or if you look at in Marvel lore, he's Idris Elba did really good Heimdall.
He did.
But then you got Record Heimdall, which is just
he's like a little short dude, pretty toned, but a little short, goblin-looking kind of guy.
Goblin Slayer. That's another one I wish we can get more of on that there. We got the movie. We got to see the movie, but
we did.
I do need more Goblin Slayer. He's literally just Doomslayer with
medieval.
goblins. Medieval Doomslayer.
Pretty much.
I love the fact that everybody always says that Goblin Slayer is Doomslayer's son.
It's more of like the other way around.
I don't know.
Well, I would say
Goblin Slayer, he does really well, but he's not as angry as Doomslayer. I mean, hell, the man doesn't talk much, and when he does talk, it's rip, tear, and no. Spoilers, by the way.
Well, I always figure, with Goblin Slayer, I feel like he's like an ancestor to Doomslayer. It's like,
if you want to look at it that way, sure.
To me, it's the more logical way because, I want to go by time.
We will argue semantics later on that one. But yeah, so Comey Can't Communicate, super adorable show.
I love that show so much.
I just like the idea how she's just overly adorable. She's the school idol, pretty much. Everyone's looking after her or looking for her.
She's the perfect.
She's the goddess.
Yeah.
They actually created a whole new
title
for class jobs, and she was goddess.
She became the goddess of the classroom.
She's goddess classroom because she's too good to be class president.
That was a pretty nice save, though.
I'm still trying to figure out if I forgot his name. Is a guy or girl?
Yeah, they
supposedly he's a guy per canon, I think, but it's hard to say. Running around in a skirt, but we had the same thing with Baka and Test.
But yeah,
which if it wasn't a guy or a girl on that there. Well, luckily those were twins, so one was a guy, one was a girl.
Yeah, they were brothers.
And then you had then you had Assassination Classroom with Nagisa, I think it is.
Yeah, Nagisa.
Yeah, that one is a guy, but
yeah,
they treat him like a girl.
Yeah, but with this one, it's like, he even jokes about I decided to wear schoolgirls this year, but previous ones I decided to wear guy clothes for the school year. I'm like, right.
Whatever, bro.
I try not to think too hard on it. So
whatever boats you float.
Hey, whatever floats my boat. I don't care. To me, it's a good show. It's wholesome.
So,
it gets a little too real sometimes.
Yeah, it's the way how it goes. I mean, it does get very real. You start getting the social awkwardness and everything, and it's just like,
some episodes I like.
I'm gonna flag this because this is talking about me and I don't like it.
Right. It's like, I want to report this. Why? I made it and I don't appreciate it.
This is talking about me and I don't appreciate it.
It gets too wholesome too quickly. I'm like, oh my god.
You know, you always get those wholesome shows. That always gets you like that. Like, you start getting to like Lucky Star, where everything's kind of like slice of life and wholesome at times.
Oh yeah.
And then you got like Ozymandias, which just.
Oh, see, that's.
I wish I could go back to my younger days when I was just a cute little schoolgirl, just enjoying the day with my friends.
Yeah. There's not more fun that I had than throwing keys into the grass.
You would be the asshole that would grab the keys and just huck the bitches out into the fucking woods.
It's like, hey, what's something funny? What? Ah! And then it's like,
wait, then that makes me the tall one that's always worrying about her weight, Yomi.
Oh yes, you would be Yomi. And then you get mad at me for throwing the keys.
No, I'm gonna get mad at you for throwing the keys and just beat the shit out of you.
See, that's the difference between the show and us.
There'd be actual fighting, but then again, guys v girls on that.
Yeah,
I'm not here to argue genders. That's how I see it. Anyways. But yeah, so Comey Can't Communicate. I'm enjoying the show. I love the art style. It's kept up really well with the manga. And they kept the style the same, which is pretty great. Watching her pop up with her little cat ears. And I know you love that.
That is too adorable. I cannot get over that.
Big eyes.
And the cat is just too wholesome. Like, that's just like, I can't. Like, I'm in my lunch. I'm like, I have to pause it at my lunchtime when I watch. I'm like,
your heart starts hurting on this. And as everybody knows, this is we are not a spoiler friend. We will go into spoilers on that there. But last episode, she was able to say an entire sentence. Almost.
She did.
And I was just like, she's talking
on the cell phone. It's like the number you have reached. Oh my god!
So that was adorable. But when she was actually face to face with him,
yeah, when she was face to face
and was saying that trying to look out for him, but that got me.
Oh, it's like she's getting better. She's putting it together.
Don't we all try to get better?
Like, I'm just gonna for me, it's like, you know what? I'm glad she's taking it one step at a time, little by little. Because I'm pretty sure people out there are like, well, why did she just start speaking already? That's not how that works.
It's not that easy. I mean, when I was younger, I had my social awkwardness, and I don't have it as much anymore because I finally got to that point where I was just like, I can't keep being quiet. I'm just going to annoy people now.
And that's how I was no different, growing up myself.
That's the way how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, when I was a kid, it was just
I wasn't a social butterfly. I eventually became kind of one.
I did. I mean, I kind of had to.
I could definitely make bar friends. That's the easiest thing. If you put alcohol on me, I'll be your best fucking friend.
Oh, exactly. Because I was no different when I was a kid. Because we growing up, it was just me and my sister. We were in school together. She was my only friend, still to this day. But now it's like I have to talk to other people. Jobs require me to talk to people. I don't like that, but here I am.
Roger lives a life of having like 20 sisters.
Hey, like I said, man.
If you didn't know, Roger's actually Mexican, so
yeah,
he's got like 40 sisters.
Oh, okay, buddy. It's only
I'm not
4.
I'm not the one with 50 sisters here.
It's only 4 sisters, all right?
You're the only guy here.
Obviously. Shut up, Patty.
You have your womanly moments, though.
Every now and
then.
I
will say you are a good cook. I do enjoy your cooking.
I need to get back into that.
I do enjoy your cooking.
My sister, she took that away from me. She took my cooking away from me.
She took my chair.
She took my cooking.
You took the cooking.
But I will say this up front now. If she's listening, I made the better rice that one time. I make the better rice.
So who makes the better arroz con pollo?
We haven't really made that yet.
You should try, because I do like arroz con pollo. I want to see who's got the better rice.
I will pitch to her one of these days to see. Like, if she's ever down, like, hey, I want to have a contest. She's looking.
I want to have fun. Have a bet with my fat friend. And it's just obviously a way for him to get free food, but I'll bet you I'd make the better one.
I mean, I probably could. I mean, I'm not going to toot my own horn. Hell yeah, I'm going to toot my own damn horn. I'm pretty sure I could make the better one.
My dad still wants to try your cooking.
Oh,
so
yes.
he can Gordon Ramsay you.
Oh, I definitely need to do that, too. Like how we just keep derailing.
Yeah, no, that's the way how it goes, but...
It's us podcast. That's how we function.
Yeah, it's a lot better. I mean, we're not as awkward as we used to be, thankfully.
Oh, God.
I'm talking normally.
We can actually have conversations with people.
That's the radio voice. Which I tend to do. I tend to do radio voice. I know I've done it because when I used to work technical support, that was my starting thing, was radio voice.
You did.
And that did not work very well.
Hearing you be professional is kind of weird.
It's very disconcerting. Now it's Bud this and Young Man that, and I realize that I'm 30.
Never a dull moment, huh?
Tell me more about the the fall anime before I get more depressed and get 4 more beers in.
Fair enough. So, aside from Komi-san, the other one I've been watching was Tacked Off Destiny. From what I heard, it's based on a mobile game. I haven't really seen too much of it, but the show itself, oh my god. I'm not really a big music kind of guy. I love music. I listen to it. Whatever is good to my ears, hey, works for me. But this show is literally...
Roger likes Offspring and Offspring. He also enjoys Offspring. He's a big Offspring fan, too.
Did I mention that?
There's another one. What's the name of it there? They did that music at...
I think it was...
Crazy Town. Offspring.
Yeah, that's right. That's who it was. Anyway, I actually like other things besides Offspring, but they're my one and only. But yeah, no, this one's like... I mean, I'm not going to say I like classical music. I'm not like big into it. I mean, to me, it's just kind of there.
We all have our Shinji Ikari moment.
Yeah. But this one's like... The music they did with this one... You know, the entire budget went to partial animation, but the music, oh my god, the music is like, every now and then I was just like, if I see a scene with the great music, like, you know, let's just kind of play that back again, just kind of.
So let me understand that if I pull up your YouTube channel right now,
you're not going to see anything about Tacked Off right now.
Oh, so you haven't actually been favoriting music from that then?
Not yet. I've actually just I'm not going to lie, I've been watching the show too much to like, I'm too into the show to actually focus on it. Let me find this song real quick so I can favorite it right quick. That's how focused I am into the show. Cause
that's surprising because then you have your Toho moments like every month, and next thing you know, you got like 40 goddamn Toho remixes of different songs. And then you have that.
I will put it on par with the Toho mixes. It is orgasmic to the ears. I love it.
The one I still trying to figure out is the Marisa mix with Gas, I think it is, from Initial D on your favorites list. It's like 1,000 videos in, but I remember that one.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Because it's got that picture of Marisa sitting on the A86.
Yeah, oh, I know what you're talking about. Oh, I'm well aware. That's a different story. Look, I was sober when I was favored that too.
You do a lot of things sober that a lot of people probably do high, and it's very strange.
Like, so in the comments real quick, if we said we're drunk at the beginning, would that be easier to explain half the behavior or 80% of the behavior here?
And or smoking.
But yes, that too. Like, if we said that at the beginning,
would that be more believable? I hate needles. I couldn't do anything that has needles.
I'm good. I mean, I'll only do needles for my flu shot.
I don't even like doing that.
Like, man, needles scare me. They hurt so much.
I hear you.
It's like, they hurt so much, but I'm about to get my next tattoo, hopefully in the next couple months.
Terrifying.
Can't wait to get it.
Why don't you let me do it?
Hell no.
I'm good with a knife.
No, I'm good.
So anyway, so it's the anime music.
It's heavily based on the music, but the premise is that there are these beings called music arts that are fighting, I guess what you call them, aliens, D2s. So far it seems like they don't like music. They don't like it. Like, anytime they hear music, they just come out. But I'm pretty sure there's something behind it as to why they don't like the music. Not just because, they don't like music. But the better the music, the bigger ones come out. And of course, you have Destiny, she's a music art herself. She's kind of like, she reminds me of Saber almost from the Fate series.
So is she your favorite girl?
No.
So she's not best girl?
No.
Who's best girl then?
That's a tough one because there's all of 2 girls.
All 2 girls.
So all 2 girls. So I'm
you
gonna
have a 50-50 chance of one of them being best girl, and that's it.
For me, honestly, my favorite girl so far is Anna, the older sister. Now, the reason I say older sister is because she is Destiny's older sister, but they explain that as to what happened, because Destiny's not really Destiny.
Okay.
She's inhabiting a body. So, that's kind of how that goes.
Is that a JoJo reference?
No. That is not a JoJo reference. We're not going to go into this situation. We're not going to go to that topic. It's a whole different topic right there.
We'll get into JoJo again. We'll have a whole thing where we talk about animes that are, like, huge influences and stuff.
Big influences. But this one I would definitely recommend as far as animation. Fight scenes, oh my god, they did a good job with this one. I personally love it. I'm getting invested in the show. I'm already ready for next week's episode because it's going to be a fight. Obviously, they introduce, I want to fight you, I'm going to kill you, and then it goes to the end credits. Like, they always got to do you dirty like that.
That's all they do on that thing. A lot of animes do. But a lot of shows do that. It's not just an anime. There's a lot of shows that do that. They have their big setups, and it's just boom.
A lot of primetime shows, some cartoons, and snap. And then another one I've been watching, my buddy got me into, was Platinum Men. A very big survival game. Survival game type.
So I'm like airsoft survival game, or
no, like battle royale type almost.
Okay.
Because this one, it kind of revolves around angels in heaven, Kind of like Future Diaries, the premise, whoever, the last man standing.
Anything that can get you to talk about Future Diaries.
Well, that's a good one. I like Future Diaries.
Anything to get you to talk about
Well, the premise is, it's not quite Future Diaries, but the premise is kind of the same. Last man standing. And whoever last one standing becomes God. In this case, it's God, not Deus Ex Machina. Actually God. I like how they pick the contestants, too. So, there's a bunch of angels from heaven. They pick 13 people that want to kill themselves. Like, literally lost all hope for their life. And I'm like, you know what? I don't know why I decided to go that route, but I'm okay with it. And they have different ranking angels. Some are specials, first, second, third rank. Okay. They have different abilities, I guess. Certain ranks are limited. Some have wings, some have arrows. When I say arrows, I actually do mean the arrows. They have 2 types of arrows. Yeah, that concept, but it's more like you shoot it from the hand. Like it's like a giant looking diamond thing. It's pretty cool.
Get over here.
Yeah, only they don't have a chain, but yeah.
They don't pull everybody over, so they're not getting over there.
Metaphorically, they can, because there's 2 arrows. There's a white arrow and a red arrow.
Well,
the white arrow kills them instantaneously, no matter where it hits. Just boom, they're dead. But the red arrow makes them, I guess, enamored. Not really fall in love with them, but they just kind of like, if you hit them with the red arrow, yeah, they'll do whatever you say for 33 days.
I can see the R34 building already.
It's getting there. I check it every now and then, and I'm not gonna lie about it. I've seen a couple. I like it.
A couple.
There's a few. I wish they need to do some more. But yeah, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good premise.
100 dojins in.
Oh Jesus! And there's a villain in there, Metropolitan Man. I like his outfit. He's like a Kamen Rider Power Rangers looking kind of dude. But oh my god. I like his style as a villain, but man, is he a dick. Like, a straight-up piece of shit. I was like, holy... I mean, we already talking about spoilers at this point. I mean, it started like, what, 7, 8? I'm not gonna lie, I forgot the episode count. I'm still watching him. Yeah, homeboy kills another contestant, a little girl. Same thing, she wanted to kill herself, but he kills her at the end there. I'm like, what the hell? It's like, that ain't right. It's like, well, she's no use to me. Okay, go on, kill her then. Boom, didn't even hesitate. Like, why? Why'd you kill the little girl?
This takes us back to our previous conversation you had during the horror podcast. You know when something's being taken serious. When they just off a kid.
Yeah, like straight up, she's over here begging for help, asking for her mom, like, help me mom, like, I don't want to die. Like, boom, just dies. So yeah, you're not wrong. To recap, yeah, they're going to go balls to the wall on this one. They're going to go ham.
The only other anime I can think of that really did that was Goblin Slayer, because you're one episode in.
Oh yeah.
And it's just people getting decimated.
Yeah.
People just getting sexually abused and just like watching. I was like, whoa, I was not expecting this out of my anime.
What makes it worse for that show is it was just the first episode. Like, that's what the shock factor was. Like, I feel like that episode is what telling you, hey, this is what you're gonna get into for this kind of show. And then afterwards, yeah, I mean, you got the homeboy pulling out a giant goblin's eye. They're crushing him into berries of light. But other than that, I mean, that's the worst you can get. Ugh.
Pretty crazy.
Boom, yanked that shit out of his eye socket. But yeah, Platinum Man, I'm enjoying it. It's pretty good so far. I do like my survival game type, last man standing, so we'll see where it goes. We'll see if they kill Metropolitan Man, or if he gets the upper hand, because he's been one step ahead of everybody as of late. God, I hate him, but he's such a good villain. He took my idea for the villain. That's already been done numerous times.
You've taken my idea I have used because I saw it many times.
I've seen many times in other shows. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. Red and white arrows, that's fun. Nice little concept. It's really weird.
Interesting.
Some cute girls. There's those.
Cute girls.
Cute girls doing cute things that just kill everybody else by blowing up a building. So that was fun.
I prefer my cute girls doing cute things with their guns.
Yes. We all know about it. Well, some of us know about it, Pote.
I enjoy Pote. I don't know what you and Q's issues about Pote is. I find it hilarious.
I know you do, because you get the jokes. I tried watching it. Like, some of it's kind of humorous. 80%. Okay. I don't know what's going on.
No, right. You don't understand. It's because she's an M16. They have a burst fire mode, so she only works in short bursts of energy.
Fair enough. I guess.
Don't give me that look. You're lucky this is a video podcast.
Well, once we get that camera,
they'll be able to see the look of disdain that we all have for each other after a while.
Oh, definitely. Like, they're going to see the look on my face just kind of staring at you blankly. Like,
gee, leaving this. So what about this Great Jahi?
Oh, Great Jahi Sama can't be defeated. Apparently, there was a manga a while back that's been out for a while. I like how I just repeated myself. And I've been trying to check out the manga for so long until they finally made an anime. It's a cute ass show. I'm not gonna lie.
Reading, just watch the show.
Words. I'm not gonna lie. That show is adorable as fuck. I love it. So the premise is pretty much the Demon King second in command, Jackie-sama. She's well revered, all powerful, pretty much literally second to the Demon King. And one fateful day, the magical girl destroys the mana crystal that's the source of her power. She gets pretty much isekai into the human world, and she's a little taller-looking kid. Cute as fuck, adorable, but man, even though she has the shape of a child, she's got a mouth on her. She's already just telling the humans, "Shut up! I'm second in command. You do as I say." I really can't take a child seriously. They told me that. It's adorable. I love it. And of course, she's on a quest to find all the mana crystals that got destroyed. Very good show. My favorite character so far is the landlord of the apartment she stays at because she refuses to pay rent. I've shown you a clip of this.
Well, to be fair. Hey, anything with just kids going crazy is always worth the giggle. But because back then when I was started up with anything, kids just call you like doo-doo head and stupid crap like that. There, a couple days ago, I was playing like Call of Duty, and little kids just straight up just call me a bitch.
Yeah,
we have to the good old days. I could just be called like a doo-doo head. No, I'm just straight up everybody just.
Now you're just a fuck face.
Fuck face, and it's like, where the fuck are these kids learning this language?
Kind of makes you wonder, huh?
I wonder if they watch this podcast. Well, that answers that question.
If they do, well, now we know. But
what's up with the whole isekai kid thing on that? Because we had that with Saga of Time to the Evil.
Yeah.
Though sure, that was a businessman put into the body of this small girl.
I just like that he didn't believe in God when God tells him, "I'm right here." I still don't believe in God.
I still believe in you. You're just a mysterious being. Well, if you want power, guess what? You better praise me. That was worth a giggle at least.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. He disbelieves him. He disbelieves God right in front of his face.
And that's a whole new level of just get out of my face.
My man got balls saying like, "I don't believe in God. I'm right here. I don't believe in you."
Okay.
Show me your face, then I believe it.
Let me see your face. That's how you get famous.
That's how you get famous. But yeah, Jackie-sama, it's a really good show. It's like pretty much it's like a slice of life, in my opinion.
Kind of like a slice of life? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it really is a slice of life. Like, she gets reverse isekai into it. Because as far as, looking for the mana crystals and shards, yeah, she has to work at like a little 9-to-5 job. She works at a pub. She's a waitress. Cute as shit. Very adorable.
So as a small child.
So here's the kicker. Whenever she finds mana crystals, she can actually revert to her original form, only for X amount of time.
Okay.
And the more crystals she gets, the longer she can keep that form. It's like, what was it? Tenju Tenj and a lot of other shows where they have like the all-powerful one, but they shrink down to conserve their mana energy.
Yeah,
Same premise.
Fair enough.
Same premise. But yeah, I'm liking it because now it's getting pretty fun. She's like, "Magic girl, why'd you destroy the crystal?" Someone told me to do it. So you did it because you were told to. Yes. Do you know who told you? No. We're gonna find out why.
There's a small little cat being that offered me a contract.
Okay, we're not getting into Madoka. We're not getting into the New Testament. That's a whole.
It's the new season of Madoka. No one told you. Everybody's just fucking with you.
No, I'm not getting into that show. Not again. I already saw the show and I already saw the movies. I'm not doing this again.
I will say, if you ever meet one of our friends, his name is Q.
Oh God!
But if you ever see him, just do anything with Madoka at him. Just offer him a contract, and you'll get an angry little Asian kid at you.
I've never seen the angry look on his face until you bring up.
He's gonna watch the podcast and you're like, "You pieces of shit."
Oh, he's either in a comment or just like straight up just message us, "You pieces of shit." Like, oh God, I can already hear it now.
I can already hear the anger, the stewing anger. It's like when I talk anything bad about One Piece, I can hear our buddy Cody getting really mad at us.
If you listen closely,
you hear our buddy screaming.
Oh my!
I start talking about how the One Piece is actually Luffy's hat, and the treasure is the friends we make along our way on this magical journey.
Oh my God! This is not a Dare After School special.
He's screaming in his room right now. He's just staring at the ceiling, screaming in anger.
Kind of makes you wonder. It's like His mom steps in like, why are you yelling? I'm mad all of a sudden.
I'm mad all of a sudden.
I'm so angry right now. Why? I don't know.
I'll tell you, I'm going to say this because we are over 1,000 episodes into One Piece.
Yes.
We're like 8 movies and 1,000 episodes into One Piece.
Oh, yeah. And
I have a terrible feeling that it's not going to be finished before Otis and they leaves us.
They did say, they have said they still have 10 years worth of material to work with.
10 years of more fucking story.
I mean, I remember being in 6th grade and reading Shonen Jumps, from the Albertsons, the Walmart right there, and just reading One Piece.
Yeah, I tried to get into One Piece multiple times. I did the, let me just destroy myself and start from the beginning.
Yeah, that was probably a bad idea.
And then I talked to Cody, and he was just like, just go to the time jump. Like, watch a couple episodes and then go to the time jump. And I went to the time jump, and I was like...
Because I think with One Piece, they always go back to the beginning. They always have flashbacks to the first episodes.
Who's Frankie?
They're going to show you...
And why does he build boats?
They're going to show you Frankie, like, they're going to show you his meeting him in, like, the...
He has headlight nipples.
In the 8th arc. Like, every arc they introduce, they always flashback. It's like, okay, guys, I'll show you, remember, this is how they met. This is their friend. This is how they met. Cool. I'm already, 600 plus episodes in, and I remember them meeting Frankie. That's cool. And the next thing you know, 1,500 episodes in, this is how they met Frankie again. Thanks for the heads up. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forgot how they met him, so thank you for refreshing my memory.
It's okay, we're gonna get back into meeting them all over again.
So each arc, they always flash back to when they met. So I like it, but at the same time, like, okay, it's not, for the hardcore fans, it's like, I'm pretty sure they feel like it's something new we haven't seen before. Thanks. Skip 2 minutes, 5 minutes.
It's 5 minutes of skipping right there of just One Piece rambling.
Well, I will admit, with the feeling that the One Piece brings, it works, and it actually does lead into the next arc. Not like, say, Naruto.
Or Bleach.
Fair enough.
2 animes that just have terrible filler.
Okay, well...
Couldn't get into Bleach still.
Yeah.
I know of Bleach because of a family friend and the usual people that we dealt with and stuff I read online. And all I know is that he just has multiple just power-up abilities so he can continue to be OP.
Pretty much, yeah.
And Rukia can't draw.
I love Rukia. She's my favorite girl in that show.
And then there's
they're bringing that back, right?
Oh, God.
They're going to finally finish it with the true ending.
There's a live-action Bleach.
I tried watching it. I didn't get very far.
I just don't know how I feel about it. Because we watched Prison School.
Yes. Prison School was
And then
funny.
we watched live-action Prison School.
We did. Live action was pretty funny.
And it was like, I like that they tried. And it's kind of weird because you have this super lewd and you have these weird proportions. And I praised those poor actors trying to keep up with that, but it's just like...
They did what they could.
There's, like, when...
I kind of laughed more that they were really trying. They were trying too hard.
So when Vice President Mako has this moment where she's like, talking to the president and she's like sweating hardcore, they're just dousing that poor actress on the live action with water. I was like, this woman is getting soaked.
Like, it's just a bucket. It's just like, all right, you ready? Bucket of water.
She is just drowning in water for this character.
Oh my god.
I already feel uncomfortable when I get my socks wet if I step on anything wet. I can just imagine just being in a school uniform.
Those thigh-high boots that she wore?
I mean, thigh-high boots and just being moist and wet. And just like, not in the fun moist and wet kind of, but the, oh God,
it's just
get me through this day so I can get into some dry clothes, please.
It's like as soon as you take it off, then you feel better.
You see, we're lucky because we're guys. We don't have to worry about bras. But I've had enough girls complain to me during rainstorms that when bras get wet, they became an even bigger nuisance.
Oof, I can imagine, I would imagine like chafing or something like that of sorts.
I'd be surprised. I mean, all I have is boobs. I don't have boobs, so.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to wear bras. People look at me funny.
Yeah, we tried to take you to Victoria's Secret one time, and that didn't pan out too
very well.
It didn't pan out, so...
Apparently, they don't serve people like me. Boycott Victoria's Secret.
Okay, buddy. Let's take a step back. We'll take a step back from that.
Angry. Anyways.
I'm well aware. But anyway, but that's the premise of Jackie-sama. And my favorite things seen so far in that show was just seeing her and the landlord go at it, because Jackie's a deadbeat. She doesn't like paying her rent. Just like everybody else. I don't like paying rent. I don't like paying rent either. The only difference between me and her is she actually fights her landlord. I can't really fight my landlord because if I do, I'll get kicked out.
You can still fight him.
I could, but then I have to move all my shit out of the place, and I really don't want to do that.
Why'd you have to have so much damn shit?
Look,
I've seen your computer and your
your
tower of figures.
I think you're lying. You're a drunk.
Can you tell me why that Tifa figure's in a jar in the corner?
I don't have a TV figure, and then you're fucking disgusting.
If anyone gets that joke, I'm terribly sorry. I had to bring it up.
I hope half the internet doesn't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, I'm sure the other half doesn't. They're probably going to tell us in the comments and
They probably just get mad
make
at
everybody
us.
else
It's like
very
getting-
uncomfortable.
The people that ask what they talk about that,
Don't worry about it.
nobody answer
Don't
that
worry about
question. Nobody answer it.
Let's not worry about it.
They don't need to know.
Let's continue on with fall anime. like
Anyway,
we
the
should
next
be
fall
on.
anime we're going with is... Anyway, so aside from Jahi-sama, we also have... what else we got on the list?
Well, we've already covered the list that we kind of half-assed wrote down already.
Yeah.
And you're the only one really watching fall anime because I'm watching Komi because I remember watching the stuff about it, how cute it would be, and I was like, I want to watch things that are cute. I like cute
unbelievably
things.
wholesome. Which I guess we can go into the next one. They finally have the new season of Part 6 of Lupin the Third.
That's right. So Lupin has the new Part 6 out.
That one I'm really excited for. I'm enjoying it. Because this one they actually bring in Sherlock Holmes. It's like a modernized Sherlock Holmes.
Jesus.
Now, of course, you know, at the beginning they introduced like, oh, okay, here's going
Why
to
you
be the
Sherlock
premise.
Holmes? All you need is Zenigata.
Well, it's Zenigata. Well, he actually helped Sherlock Holmes later.
I'm sure he does.
And apparently, like, apparently Sherlock and Lupin have a history.
Wouldn't be surprised.
So I can't wait to see that. And of course, you know, in the beginning they introduced all the players in the game. Because right now they showed everybody, which is good. I'm glad. But then they kind of go off in these little side stories.
You got Fujiko, and you got Jigen.
You got Jigen and Goemon, which
Goemon.
which
And
Cody's
then you got
gonna.
Lupin.
Oh god. Which Cody's gonna. We talked about Cody. We're gonna do a cosplay of that hopefully next month in
I call
December.
Fujiko.
We're probably not gonna do it.
I'm gonna do Fujiko.
We'll plan for
can't
it, but
stop
I don't
me.
know what's gonna.
You can't
We'll
stop
plan
me.
for it, but I don't know if it's gonna happen. So we'll see. We'll do the best we can.
I'll really work on my Lupin.
I hope we can get it ready in time. I'm not gonna hold my breath though. I'm gonna do what I can.
Lupin.
That's not gonna happen.
You walk around the con, just off and just like this. The shudder of disgust and terror to be had.
But yeah, this right now they're doing a bunch of side stories. I like how they're, you know, it's Lupin being Lupin.
Well, I love Lupin. Lupin's always been a really good series. I remember when I first got to it was Adult Swim when it first originally came out.
That was like what, part 3?
I believe it was part 3.
Part 3, yeah.
Yeah, because I
You
think
can tell it was dated, but I was like, it was such a
part
good show.
3 starts with the very first episode where they all meet up on the cruise ship.
Yep.
They get into they're trying to get a treasure on there. That builds up to a whole thing.
It's a whole can of worms up there.
But yeah, I mean that's
But Lupin, it
out
was growing up. While I was watching, like I didn't really think nothing of it. I was kind of like, okay, this actually pretty cool. But then they start coming out with more and more. Like, oh shit, it's
Great
actually
intro.
Oh, definitely.
The Lupin is probably one of the great anime intros out there that just when you hear it, it's instantly recognizable. I mean that kind
You'll
of
know right off the
that
bat.
kind of jazzy feel to it always plays really well.
As soon as you hear those 3-4 notes, that da da, like, yep, that's Lupin.
Then you just already see it zooming in on the Jeep, and then zooming in on Zenigata in his little yellow car.
Boom. And then you gotta have a. I like how like every season they always have like a different car, but they always go back to the yellow Fiat, that little yellow Fiat.
Hey, little feel that's classic.
Man, going back rewatching Castle of Cagliostro, like, oh my god.
Ah, Kelsey Cagliostro, so you like that, huh? You the Red Jack God, the Monkey Man Sensei?
The
You
Monkey
know that
Sensei.
reference.
Don't
Another
worry.
great, it's a great anime on that one, too.
We'll
but-
bring this one up in the
well,
conversation too in a little bit.
First
First of all.
season. The second, third, I wish as much. Anyways, but Lupin.
But Lupin, honestly, it would definitely be one of my personal favorites over the years.
Well, the
watching.
great thing about Lupin is, it's kind of got it's got a date to it there because it does happen in an earlier time frame in history, but
It's like Flying
it has a
Modern
little bit
does
of
its own thing.
It's got like a weird timeless feel to it, even though it's like all older model cars and everything.
Yeah, it's like what makes you laugh is you feel like it's modernized, but when you see it, like, huh? But they're in this kind of town which feels dated, but then they go to another place, like, are they in the future?
This is like the 70s.
Yeah.
Like Lupin's like the 60s, 70s at all times.
And then, but the places they go to is like it don't make you feel like it's like it's in the 80s, the 90s. It just makes you like, okay, like they're in our time. Then they go to another country, like it's almost like slightly medievalish. Are they in the 20s? What kind of car is that?
What the hell's going on here?
Pretty much, yeah.
But that's what I like about Lupin. Because, you go back with Lupin. Lupin Part 3 was really good, and then we got Lupin Part 6 out now. And,
Oh yeah.
Is it still ongoing, or has
It's still ongoing.
It's still ongoing.
It's
So
still going.
it's a currently active show.
So, to me, I can't wait for the next episode because apparently he's back in old era Japan, like the 20s, 30s. So I want to see how that turns out.
So Goemon's going to get along just fine.
I love Goemon.
Even though he has cut another thing that is...
But it's not Tutskin.
That wasn't worthy of his blade.
He's never happy that he has to cut things that are not worthy of
his blade. We'll say, when you watch him, it's just like... There's points where... Because it's always talking about how great the blade is and how it's unbreakable, but I think, and even like in Lupin the Third, Part 3, I think that blade has broken at least 2 or 3 times in that show.
I know twice. It's broken twice at least.
One was for comedic effect.
Yeah.
And then I think the other ones were
not
just...
happy about that.
Well, no, you can't really be.
And then the second time, that's when he actually did. Like, oh shit. It was like an oh shit moment for him.
I was just waiting for that head to just spill over.
I know you were. If we had a camera, guys, you'd see me pour my beer, but that's what the camera
terrible
thing.
method of pouring beers.
I like to do it just to bother him.
It doesn't bother me. You're the one that has to deal with the flattened out beer.
I'll drink it.
I know you're going to drink it.
Because I paid for it.
You and your Yinglings.
It's pretty good. I enjoy it.
I'm just going the silver bullet way.
Yeah.
But, so Lupin, then, because, Lupin has some other side story, because you had, Lupin, a woman called Fujiko Mine, which talked more about the Fujiko story.
Yeah, that's kind of like...
The canon for how she is and why she is.
Yeah.
And it had a really cool, like, really dark noir art style.
That one, when I watched that, I was like... I remember you telling me about, like, yeah, she kills people. I'm like, what the fuck? So I watched it.
Things do get killed in the show, but this one that you
this
really
one she actually, like, points the gun and just, bang, pulls the trigger.
Yeah.
So when you told me about that, I watched it, like, oh.
You saw Jigen got his 357.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That kind of gave me a little feelsy when he got the gun. It was a different ball game.
You don't mess with a guy who's that good with a revolver. Mm-mm. I mean, he shoots skeet with that thing. I can't even shoot skeet with a shotgun. Yeah, he's shooting skeet with a 357.
Oh god. And his reload time, it's inhuman.
It's crazy.
Well, yeah,
that's what happens when you're a pistolero like that.
Oh god.
Smoking his cigarettes, having his hat tilted forward.
I mean,
his goatee.
Oh man, that was. But I'm not gonna lie. Aside from Lupin, my other favorite character would have to be Jigen, because he's just like very level-headed, but at the same time he's almost short-tempered.
He can be, yes.
Oh yeah,
he definitely can be. He's always been my favorite character too. Mm-hmm. And of course, Fujiko's always a favorite on that. And then you can't just not but love Lupin.
Yeah, like Lupin, cliche as it sounds, but by far, aside from Jigen, Lupin would be my favorite.
And we watched the 3D CG Lupin.
They did a good job with that movie.
That was really good because everybody looked in character. Character was like on model.
They did, and they made Jigen hot as hell.
You had the cute little security guard chick.
She was adorable. Like she was way too cute for her own good. Those ones they did a really good job because even both English and Japanese voices they all did
their thing.
They all came back and reprised the role. I'm like, I know that voice.
I will say this: people could talk about how Zenigata is not good at doing his job. I want to see somebody try and cuff somebody with a pair of handcuffs tied to a line.
He's caught him a few times with a line.
He has caught him with it a couple of times, and sometimes Lupin has popped his hand off with a fake hand.
Yeah,
just to troll him. But
see, so that's what makes me laugh when people get mad at Zenigata. Well, he's not a good cop. Or
he's a great Interpol officer. Like if it wasn't Lupin, who has A, plot armor, and is B, probably the best gentleman thief around, he's top of his game.
But that's the thing about Zenigata.
He can't stop pops.
Exactly, but this is the thing with Zenigata. He is second to Lupin in the mind game. Like when it comes to playing the game,
he knows Lupin very well.
Exactly. He's followed him for so many years. He knows what his next move is. It's just
even when he's there at the situation right before Lupin's like, Lupin's here.
Like he knows.
That's like a legit superpower.
Yeah. He knows like whatever museum, whatever painting, whatever it is. Like he's gonna be here at this time. He's gonna come here from this point, and like he predicts it too. It's like, and Lupin will see from the distance like. And then comes Lupin, who is there. Yeah, he's staking out. He's staking out.
He's just like, oh, look, it's Pops.
And he'll stake out the place, and he'll say, like, oh, how did Pops knew I was going to go that way?
I didn't know he got to be here.
He was like, oh, well, there goes my escape route, because I was going to use that way that he pointed out, so I guess I'm going to go the other way.
Take the other way, the one that nobody would ever expect.
Exactly. That's what I like about Lupin, too, because when he does his, like, escapes or his stealing, his thievery, he always goes what nobody would expect. It could be the most obvious way, like Inside Man, when he tells me, I'm going to walk out the front door. No, you're not. You're going to get caught. Well, let's see about that. Homeboy just walked out the front door. Nobody thought, no one didn't give him a second look. That's how I think of Lupin is a bit. He'll take the route that nobody would expect. I'm gonna go out the front door right here. I'm just gonna jump out the window.
I got very concerned when I was because my mom was watching Netflix shows and she was watching the Lupin.
The live action one?
The live action Lupin.
With, the French one. The French story.
With what's his name? It's leaving my mind right now. But he's trying to be Lupin or something like that.
Yeah. So that one. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. So that's actually based more off the French novel than the third.
I mean, I said it was like Lupin.
And to me, I actually enjoyed that one too.
Because I walked in there, I was like, Lupin, like the gentleman thief. And he's like, he's like a famous thief or something like that, or he does something about a famous thief. I was like, oh yeah, I know Lupin Arsène Lupin. Arsène Lupin. He's a great thief. He was a gentleman thief master on that. And but there's a show based on it. One of his grandson's great grandson. Yeah. It's called Lupin the Third, and that's when we get into the end.
Yeah, and they've referenced Arsène Lupin the First in one of the older mangas. I want to say it came out an episode, but I have to go back and rewatch them. Because even his dad was like, I'm not doing this, and he just kind of left to do his own thing. And of course he thought, Lupin was actually dead. He's like, I thought you were dead. He thought his own son died. Like, you're not my son, he's dead. He's actually dead. Like, I'm going to go, alright? And of course, but yeah, no, that one's awesome. It was such a good series growing up. It's still one of my personal favorites to this day. I got excited when I was told, like, hey, part 6 confirmed finally. I kind of want to see more crossovers because they did a few crossovers.
Did Conan, the detective.
Conan Detective. Yeah, I remember we watched that. I thought it was pretty good. I like the way they approached that one.
And that was another one. That's another long running anime. Was Conan the Detective, and I remember watching that on Adult Swim a little bit.
Conan was actually pretty good.
And I got a little into it, and you get a bunch of that random information of just weird little bottom of the soda cap facts, and it's like, well, okay, but. Yeah, I got a kick out from it, but I couldn't fully get into Conan the Detective.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
For me, I was really big into it for a while. Because I like my mystery, my little thriller kind of. Sherlock Holmes-ish.
You like Sherlock Holmes that Rubber Dad Jr.
Well, when I actually read the actual original Arthur Conan Doyle Sherlock Holmes.
You liked it because it has RDJ.
Well, yeah, he did a good job. But then also reading the actual Sherlock Holmes. Homeboy gets heavy in that one too. Like, damn, son.
I mean, if you look into the actual lore of Sherlock Holmes,
I
mean, they touch a lot of stuff in the actual movie with, Robert Downey Jr. So it follows a lot of that stuff.
Oh yeah, a lot. I kind of wish, I'm not gonna lie, like everybody else who reads the books, I kind of wish they did more with the movie from the books. But hey, it's a movie.
Everyone's always gonna have an issue with.
I mean, exactly. That's why I pointed out in the first place. Of course, in the beginning. That's why I said in the beginning. Reading the book and watching the movie, like, yeah. But I mean, they did a good job regardless.
But that happens with a lot of stuff. Like when they do a live action adaptation of anything, is like you watch it, it's like, nope, this did not live.
This did not happen in the book. Like, well, obviously, I mean,
it's like Dragon Ball Evolution.
Oh, we don't talk about that.
No, we're gonna talk about that.
I'd rather we didn't.
We will stomach it one day and do a review of it.
Can we do a drunk review of that movie?
Everybody's done a drunk review. I don't think there's a sober review out there.
I'm about to say, like, when I say drunk, I mean drunk, like I can't sit in my chair properly, like I'm falling over drunk. Review.
You go through a whole nother bottle of vodka then there, cowboy.
I mean, I can just buy. I'd be more than happy to buy another one if I have to.
I bet you will.
Don't have to ask me twice.
So you don't like Airbender Goku? Then, they tried to do live action Avatar. That didn't work very well. And then my mom watched it. Because she's usually on my Netflix watching stuff. And she watched it. And I think she got a little kick out of it. But, I was watching it and I was like, they condensed, like...
so much.
All this to try to make it into a movie. They made everything into this weird airbender or fire that only exists because fire has to be around like this.
They Roy Mustang the firebenders. They had a Roy Mustang that one.
They did not do my boy Sokka justice because he's probably my favorite character in that series. He is fucking hilarious.
Oh, him and his smart ass quips.
His little quips and stupid little things, and he's actually a really smart guy. In the end, he's actually smart. He's pretty level headed on the way how he does it. He's a good fighter. The only thing is he's a non-bender. But it happens. He's got his sister to lean on for that.
But that's what makes him a good character, though, because people. I mean, I'm pretty sure that people that actually watch this show, they'll know what you're talking about too.
I'll get through I'll get to the other Avatar Corps eventually one day.
We'll try to finish that show.
I'll try to get through it one day.
We're not saying it's bad. It's a great show. It's a really great show. I mean,
I wouldn't say it's a really great show,
but there's one character that's really great, which I know you for sure you like. That's why I say it's a great show because maybe everyone here likes a certain character.
Anyways. But so speaking of live actions, we're recording this here. We usually do Wednesday recordings on the podcast, but so this Friday we have a live action adaptation of Cowboy Bebop. Probably one of the best known animes and highest rated animes ever to come out of
one of the original top 5, 10 waifus, Faye Valentine, Cowboy Bebop.
Talking about probably one of the coolest characters in anime history.
You got Spike Spiegel,
Spike Spiegel. And one of the best stories around on it there. You have this wonderful back and forth of everybody trying to catch up with their past, get over their past, move on to a future, and trying to deal with the demons from their past. I mean, you got Faye.
The past haunts them a lot.
You got Faye trying to get past the fact that she was
almost dead. She died.
She was pretty much almost dead. She was like 20 when she went into her cryo-freeze sleep. Mm-hmm. And she was trying to get over the fact that she couldn't fully remember who she was. And when she wakes up, she's in this crazy debt. And then she gets screwed over because, what's his name? Screwed her over.
The doctor. Too. Oh, yeah, that doctor in Prince Charming, allegedly.
The little so-called Prince Charming.
Yeah. That was kind of a little depressing.
And then you got Jet trying to get over his old cop days.
He was a man of the law, but when he saw what it really was.
He lost his girl, he lost his arm, lost his partner and everything to the whole, what all life was because things went sideways on that. He got Spike stuck in a thing trying to find the woman love of his life that he lost his best friend Vicious to because he fell for his best friend's girl, which is one of the things not to do.
The bro code, that's not okay. You don't do that.
It's the big break, but
you don't do that, man. But yeah, even he knew, it was like, man, I couldn't do it.
And I love the way how they did it because when you got spoilers for an anime that's been out for over. I don't want to talk about old animes.
We don't want to talk. We're older than what you think. All right, we're old. Trust me. We're older than the 2000s.
I remember watching Yu Yu Hakusho on Adult Swim.
I remember.
I remember those.
I'll tell you this much: we're older than Google. All right.
I remember watching.
I remember
Sailor Moon so I can catch Gundam Wing.
See, I would watch Sailor Moon on regular TV before the Saturday morning cartoons would start on Kids WB.
I remember watching Pokemon. I remember watching Pokemon before going to school on elementary school days.
Yep.
But anyway, so we got to see how it's going to go. You have John Cho.
John Cho
playing Spike. I don't know how I feel about it.
I'm a little iffy. It's almost like, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like they brought John Cho because, he just kind of fits the stereotype, Asian guy. But I don't know. I'm going to give it a chance. I will watch it. But I'm not going to sit there and expect.
Is it official that Spike is actually Asian?
See, that's why
I know he's a Martian because he was born on Mars.
Yeah. But that's the thing. I don't know. They never really established. I mean, at this point, when you say he's a Martian, that's kind of, I guess you say that's the
nationality. He's born on Mars because Mars is
already inhabited. Yeah, it's inhabited. It's
colonized planet.
Yeah. And that's the thing, though. To me, I feel like being a Martian would be already at this point being a nationality. If I were to say, Nate's Mexican or, I'm Mexican, our buddy Q's Asians, that kind of thing. So, being on Mars, I would say that's because they didn't really establish Mars being a whole different continent, planet kind of thing. They just said, we're on Mars. There's no continents or any other things on Mars. Mars is Mars. It's like Mars is a country itself.
I know John, and I had to double check. I thought I was just double checking right now. Because John Cho is Harold from Harold and Kumar.
Yeah, I could have told you that. All you had to do is ask.
I know, and I should have, but I was letting you ramble while I was looking. So
that's fine. That's fair.
And I was like, and he was Harold. I was like, yes, he was Harold.
Yeah, he was Harold and Kumar.
And now he's playing, a super cool. Which I'm not saying he can't be a super cool person.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that he couldn't do it. But it's that horrible, wonderful bit of bad luck that they make a live action adaptation and it's just it doesn't keep up with it.
Yeah, that's my biggest fear is.
Look at the Netflix live action adaptation of Death Note.
The only thing I like about the live action Death Note was Willem Dafoe as a Ryuk. Because there's like 5 or 6 of them, you know that, right?
I will say this.
Willem Dafoe as
when I saw him in there, all I saw was just Green Goblin.
Yeah, that's the reason why I watched it, because that's the reason why I tolerate it, because it's Green Goblin. That's why I like Willem Dafoe.
Speaking of, the new trailer for
Spider-Man
came out recently.
Yeah.
And that brought a lot of interesting ideas. I mean, we got to see Alfred Molina again as Doc Ock.
Yep. And they're bringing back Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx, yeah, he has the
he's got the
he's got the Electro mask. And I'm like, that's hilariously great.
Yeah, they're bringing back Doc Ock, Electro,
Sandman.
Sandman
was in the trailer too.
Yeah, Sandman and Lizard.
Lizardman, yeah.
Lizardman, yeah. And so
who goes there? Zap.
Right. So
the wave of my wand and the flick of my dick.
Oh my god, I'm bringing that shit back. So supposedly they're gonna try to bring back the Sinister Six. I feel like they might, but it's gonna be like a running joke. You know, they'll probably call it like, "Oh, what are you guys supposed to be? The Sinister Six, or you guys are pretty sinister for 6 guys?"
Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna do something like that. Then, but you know, that's like if one of us tried to make a movie, we're gonna do that horrible plug.
Oh yeah, like terrible. Like it's gonna be blatantly obvious, you know. But this time I am looking forward to, because supposedly, allegedly, I mean at this point it's already confirmed.
So Tobey Maguire's gonna be there, right?
Yeah, and Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, you already know they're gonna be in this one. You know,
that matter because you already have Alfred Molina going, "You're not Spider-Man. You're not my Peter."
Exactly. I mean, if you saw Alfred Molina and Doc Ock saying you're not Peter, like, okay, well, you already know that Tobey Maguire's gonna be in it.
And they had that wonderful scene where Tom Holland's hair's messed up, and he kind of and I mistook him for like a few seconds as it's like, "Oh, it's Andrew Garfield." No, that's just Tom Holland with messed up hair. He's not Andrew Garfield here.
Right. For the record, Andrew Garfield's the best Spider-Man. Fight me on that. I will fight anyone that says otherwise. Change my mind. That's right, you can't. Anyway.
Excuse me, Tobey Maguire.
Okay, well, he opened the door for the Spider-Man, so
Andrew Garfield would be nothing without Tobey. Nothing.
Okay, I mean, we can finish this. We'll finish this, and we'll take this outside.
We'll be right back.
Little interlude.
We just got to put in the little technical difficulties of a monkey trying to work the soundboard.
Oh yeah, good thing we don't have a camera because we'd be covered in cuts and bruises.
So, anyways, so that came out.
But yeah, Cowboy Bebop.
Live action Cowboy Bebop.
I want to see how that turns out.
I'm not gonna go with the best of hope. I'm going with it just to see.
I'm gonna watch it.
It's the same reason why I watch Ghost in the Shell live action. I want to see the references that they do.
I fell asleep with Ghost in the Shell. I'm not gonna lie.
You did fall asleep with Ghost in the Shell. You and Jared both fell asleep
numerous times.
I watched it.
You watched it.
I sat through it like 2 or 3 times. Most times because my mom wanted to see it.
I really tried. I'm not gonna lie. I really tried.
And then I had her watch the original, actual Ghost in the Shell.
And I assume she liked the original better.
She got a kick out of it.
That's fair.
She got a kick out of the whole idea of being able to jump into a whole robot body, which I think is an interesting idea itself.
Yeah, I mean, I like the concept was great. Yeah, I mean, with Cowboy Bebop live action, I'm gonna watch it, but I'm not gonna.
I want to see the references.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
I want to see the references.
So
they've already showed that Faye taking off with Aang, and I was like, I wonder how they're going to introduce Aang. Are they going to do like they did in the show?
I'm kind of hoping they do, but I mean,
there's no word about Radical Edward.
See, that's what I'm also worried about. Like, will they bring Ed in?
So that means you get no mushroom samba. I know it's one of your favorite.
That is by far my favorite. Like, I cannot get over mushroom samba. Like, that's what literally what got me into.
If you ever want to just control Roger's head and just destroy him, just show him anything super adorable with a corgi and Roger Melts.
Oh my god. You know, that's what got me into the show in the first place was Mushroom Samba, because I remember tuning in on the Adult Swim one night, just like happening to like, what show is this? So, I see Ed with her arms up in the air, like, hey, hold on, wait.
Which is funny because I didn't realize how far into the season Mushroom Samba happens.
Yeah, it was pretty close.
It gets pretty decently into the series.
Yeah, I was like, and that's what got me into it. So like,
which is funny because that was the way that got you into Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah,
I came in on episode 5, Battle of Fallen Angels, and I watched it. I was like, this is a pretty cool anime. Then they had the church here. I was like, what is this? And I need more of it.
Oh, that was Battle of Fallen Angels. That still hits me right here every now and then. Let's just go, Spike. Let's just leave. Let's go. Don't do this. We can leave right now.
Where he bled out all that blood. There's the awesome shootout, and the next thing you know, you got Vicious over him with a sword. You got Spike with his pistol pushing the Vicious, and then you get that wonderful scene where Vicious just pumps him through the window. He's falling. Then you get the slow falling song.
That music. Oh.
You get the flashbacks and do a couple things showing when Spike and Vicious used to be friends. Pictures of Julia and how some of the thing led up there, giving you teases and everything.
Oh my god. He could have him and Spike and her could have left as soon as when she saw him. Like, let's just go. Like, they could have bought a ticket. They could have gotten a ticket to the shuttle. They could have left. I mean, yeah, Vicious will play Sky with the Ends of Space, but they could have left. He could have left. He could have left and said you died.
I think it's Jupiter Jazz, the other two-part episode. That's the other one that gets me. He meets that one guy, I think Rocco, whatever his name is, and he dies in that. He dies in the second part.
Yeah,
because he was trying to be like water. Well, he does work. It does work. He does pull the Jet Li flip on one. Well, the Bruce Lee flip on one guy. He goes, "Spy guy did it. It was like water."
Yeah,
and then bah, gets fucking busted, and it's like, oh.
Just he tried at least, you know.
Tried.
I'm glad he did that, but
and then he had to go tell his blind sister who lives out in the middle of nowhere
in the boonies.
Hey, guess what? I'm sorry, your brother's dead.
Hey, he's dead. Actually, you know, it got a little more depressing than it should have been.
No, if you want depressing, just remember, you're gonna carry that weight.
He's just on the stairs.
See you, Space Cowboy. And I will hear people argue all day,
bang,
that Spike lived. But the fight with Vicious happened at night. Yep. When he gets outside, it's daytime. Spike was bleeding from that point to that point.
Now, depending on what hours of the night, depending on how many hours in that night it was, it's hard to tell. Because
he was still bleeding a lot.
He was, regardless of the matter, it was dark when he went in. And to be daylight, you know, because, you know, let's just speculate. We're going to speculate, you know, Earth time. Nighttime, night hours is the same, obviously, same thing. 12 hours. It's going to be 12 hours of night, 12 hours a day. Simple as that. Now, depending on what time of night he had gone in, it could have been like, you know, 1 a.m., 3 a.m., whatever. The fact of the matter is, he had to probably bled out, well, more than an hour at least, to reach from dark to day. So my man, he kept it together until he saw the sun. He kept it together until he saw the sunlight and just fell on the stairs. At least. It was at least more than...
You got that wonderful ending song, Blue. I have it on my iPod, and sometimes it plays when I'm driving. I just had the moment where I'm just like, I better pull over because I'm about to just stare off into space.
Every now and then, like, the ending thing, like,
There is the video game Cowboy Bebop, which I never got a chance to play. It didn't get a lot of great ratings, but there is a video game Cowboy Bebop.
It was on PS2, wasn't it?
Yes, there was a PS2.
Yep.
And you get to play as the characters. I think you get to play as the three mains. You get to play as Jet, Faye, and Spike.
Yeah.
Because I don't know why you would play as Ed, besides it just being a bunch of hacking mini games that was the case, but...
I would like to play as Ed.
I bet you would.
She's my favorite.
He's your favorite?
No, they've established it as a she.
It's your favorite?
I'm pretty sure they did.
I just know that her dad's name in Turkish is the staying for check please.
Oh yeah. I remember when I first met Ed's dad.
And Ed's got like 20 names.
Yeah. Ed for short. I just remember when they first met Ed. Well, Ed's parent, Ed's dad. Father person. He straight up punched Spike in the stomach. Like, no. He's a friend. He's a friend person. Oh, well, thanks for taking care of my son. Where's your daughter? Well, anyway, thanks for taking care of Ed. Kind of makes me wonder. It really
I would say it was just like, holy shit, you're a girl.
yeah. That was a good episode.
Tell you get a bunch of weird things that happen with that show, but it was a great series, and I really want to hope the best for it. But I'm gonna go with a neutral idea of give me my fan service.
Well, for that one, I want to have fan service, but I'm gonna go in there watching it like it's its own thing. It's not.
Can't do that.
It's gonna be hard. I know.
Cowboy Bebop.
It's Cowboy Bebop, obviously.
I will watch live action Resident Evil for my fan service.
It's really hard to watch things.
I'll watch live action Ghost in the Shell from a fan service.
I mean, it's really hard to watch things as they are.
I'm gonna watch Cowboy Bebop.
Beep bap
for my fan service.
Bep boop beep.
Bop boop bop.
Like I said, I'm gonna try watching it as its own thing, not try to think too hard on it. But it's gonna happen anyway, regardless.
I'm gonna watch before I go to work. Just be angry at work all day.
I really wish you would do that.
Just be so angry.
You have fun at work while you watch it.
Raw.
I'm just gonna go to Joey's house and get drunk.
Raw, raging anger.
We'll probably get drunk at Joey's house.
Anger.
I'm gonna watch it.
I'm gonna show you anger.
Please no. But anyway,
a shit in your cereal.
Why?
That's me angry.
That's pretty disgusting. But I think we did do pretty good. I mean, we'll expect it. We'll watch it, see how that turns out. How the deal goes, and we'll just go from there. That's all we can do.
Yeah, that's just the way how it goes. You're going to have a bunch of people who are going to be... You have a huge community that they got to try to please.
Very much so. And it's going to be hard.
Speaking of communities, trying to please on that,
oh God.
I'm going to... Let me throw the monkey wrench into the machine here.
Can't wait to hear this.
So, I don't know how many people... So, RWBY was a show.
A show, yes.
It is not anime. It is made in America, made in Texas, by the Rooster Teeth Company.
Yeah.
So it is technically a cartoon. It is
a
Western
Even the creators established it's an animation.
Monty, may he rest in peace, has stated himself
May he rest in peace.
that it is a cartoon. Just because of the fact of where it is made.
Yeah.
You can be as weeby and cringy as you want, but RWBY is a cartoon.
I mean, it's been established by the creators themselves. So
their community...
Oh my goodness.
has finally lost out to the internet's wonderful dark hole of R34.
If you don't know,
RWBY R34 has surpassed RWBY General on Reddit, meaning that there is more fans of the R34, Rule 34 of the internet, of RWBY. If you don't know what Rule 34 is of the internet, you should probably read the internet rules, but it states that anything out there, there is a porn of it. Oh my God. And Rule 35 is if there's not porn of it, it must be made.
It must be.
But, like I said...
We wish it made it up, but no, there really is.
They are surpassed. The show is now known more for its fan art of hentai and lewd in general. So
than the series itself.
I don't know how happy that would make anybody in the series. But in general, it's the fact that I'm keeping up with it because I have to know how it ends now.
Yeah.
The writing has gotten better. The fight scenes are starting to get better. And the music's okay. I could deal with the butt rock. You know, when you get into that, it's like Sonic Adventures, which also had a big butt rock, you know, kind of music score on that there. But I enjoy the show in its own little way.
It was a good show. I mean, to me, it's still pretty good. I'm just not heavy as a fan as I used to be when I first got into it.
It's unfortunate of what happened with Rooster Teeth. I know they've run into some of their own issues. And that's what happens when you start getting political with your company, is the fact that you can start putting yourself in weird holes. And that's the hole that I don't want to dig. That's why we don't get political on this podcast.
We don't talk about that regardless.
But I'm not going to argue about that. I'm not going to ramble about that much. I'm just saying that it's...
When you're bringing certain topics into certain things, it just not going to end well for anybody. I mean, some people agree, some people don't. But it always goes...
You're never going to make everybody happy. That is
simple
impossible.
As that. That's simple.
But RWBY was, like I said, it's a show. It's a completely CG show. They switched over art styles previously, which kind of I think made it better.
Yeah, it did.
I like the new art style.
I will admit.
The show should be running right now, because typically they have it running about October, November. But they have said that they are going to give it a pushback.
Right.
While we're waiting on that they are playing a couple of things. They did RWBY Chibi for a while, and they're doing RWBY Fairy Tales.
I heard about that one.
And I've watched, I'm caught up on them right now. They're about 2-3 in, and it's just kind of giving you some stuff. They show how Faunus came to be Faunus recently. That was the most recent one. They showed why it's a 4-person team.
Right.
Kind of give an explanation on that there, of how everybody comes together to form a cohesive unit to be a fighting force.
Right.
And then, of course, you had the whole very interesting first one where it was a grim infection taking over people and going crazy thing on everybody. So
I would like to see this grim infection later on. I kind of hope they implement that later.
Well, don't say that, because all those people that you argue with at the convention would be correct that Pyrrha comes back.
Oh.
She's not dead.
We saw her turn to...
We'll see Pyrrha come back. She's going to come back as a grim.
Well, here's the thing. It's like, if they're not burned to ashes, then yes, it can happen. We saw Homegirl just turn to dust, like pure ash. Like, poof, there she comes.
So if we're going to follow one of your favorite rules, which is Resident Evil, we'll go all the way back to the director's cut.
Oh, my God.
If you want to kill the zombies and keep them from respawning back, you got to burn the body. So we burned the body. And Pyrrha is, she's just a pile of dust.
She is a pile of dust. It kind of makes you wonder when they showed up there. Like, hey, what's this dust on my face? What's blowing? I'm pretty sure I just made a good majority of...
Shot through the heart. Fucking Cody.
So, sorry that we're not sorry about this
Sorry,
joke.
but not sorry.
We're sorry that we're sorry about this joke. Oh, don't get me wrong. Pierre, she was one of my favorite characters.
She was one of my favorite characters.
It was really sad to see her go. Like, of all the things to see, I'm like... Because I really was hoping, that shit to happen,
It was sad because of the fact that, she was a character who was established as one of the best.
Like, she was on a pedestal, but she didn't want to be on a pedestal.
She wanted to be pedestal, and that's why she really liked John. Is the fact that he didn't see her as that. He saw her as... first he didn't see her as the pretty girl to flirt with, but ended up becoming a good friend with her. Not because of her fame and status, but because he generally liked her as a person.
He didn't really know that she was famous until it was like, wait,
Weiss showed it, pointed it out there, and he was like, "Oh, you're the girl with the pumpkin feet." She goes, "Yeah,
they're not really good for you. But
they're not really good for you."
But to me, that's what I liked about their first encounter was, it's like, oh, hey, I'm John. Oh, I'm here. Hey, nice to meet you. That's cool. It's like, so, like, he's just talking to her like any other student at the school, like, and I think that's what
treat like a person.
Yeah, and I think that's what kind of set that for her. I'm not gonna lie, I really wish she had told him those words before she died.
She kissed him at least.
Here
lies Pyrrha.
Oh my god.
She died without getting laid.
So back to the R34, that prom scene, damn well.
You wanted to be canon.
So
many people wanted to be canon.
You know damn well they went back to the dorms. They went wild. They were going out like rabbits. I know it, you know it. There's no denying it.
There's only one dojo I'll accept canon for when it comes to things like that. It's High School of the Dead.
Because if it's a zombie apocalypse, what happened. They did in the temple. Damn well.
Has to happen at that point.
Takashi and Bushijima went at it in the temple too.
By the way, Bushijima is best girl in High School.
I will agree with you on that statement.
And I will help you fight anybody who wants to say different on that there.
You got a tag team right here, son. Tell me otherwise. I'm ready to go ham on somebody.
I do like the other girls in there, except for one. But
she's on the bottom list.
Yeah, we don't talk about fucking cockroach.
Dirty bitch.
Angry sadness.
Well, yeah.
But that brings us to our next thing on that there with, Ruby got delayed. So Rushi's giving us a couple other shows. They've gotten us some other stuff from Ruby. Yeah. And they have started season 2 of another show that they had on that there, which would be Genlock.
I saw the first season. I haven't seen the second. I'm a little iffy on it. It's kind of... I feel like it's kind of up and down-ish. A little rushed at times.
It is a little rushed at times, but, that's just the way how it goes.
I mean, I'm not going to lie.
Things. I know that because they were trying to keep up, because they're trying to work with their cash cows, which was Red versus Blue was for the longest time Rushi's big thing.
Yeah, that's like their...
When you talked about Rushi, that was the first thing a lot of people who knew about it was Red versus Blue.
Yeah, that was like their...
Now, it's Ruby and Red versus Blue.
Yeah.
And of course you have people who watch it for their Let's Plays, their playthrough videos, and everything like that. Their Minecraft, the Achievement Hunter stuff.
Oh yeah.
But when it comes down to their media center portion, it's Red versus Blue and Ruby.
Yeah, those kind of took the spotlight.
And they're trying to get into another one there, which you can't fault them because they're trying to branch out. You're a media company, you can't just be a media company with one show. You gotta branch out. And then they gave Monty the green light. He went ahead and started making Ruby. Ruby became a big thing for a while.
Very much so. Oh yeah.
And we went to RTX
for the first time.
And we went there and we caught the panel, and we almost didn't catch that panel.
Almost
didn't catch that panel, but we got into it.
Yeah, we got lucky in the back seats. I mean, it was not great, but hey, we saw it. We were able to see the screen.
I just kept moving forward, and I'm glad y'all all followed me.
We all bundled up, scrunch up. Like, you ever see March of the Penguins? Scrunch up together. Scrunch up. Get together, guys. Just keep moving.
I just lined back in my way through that, and we called it a day.
Oh yeah.
Got to see Gavin.
We saw that. Oh, I love Gavin and his big old honker.
High five, Gavin.
We high-fived Gavin. I will never forget that day. I love that.
Got to see Miles the other time we went to RTX.
Oh, yeah.
That's where our buddy Jared called the Hot Dog Man because he was running around with the hot dog t-shirt cannon.
Yes, he did.
Launching t-shirts into the crowd. But we were at the back of the thing, but we got a giggle out of that.
I got a video with him, too. Yep. Asking why a friend didn't show up. Like, yeah, why didn't you show up, man? Like, I saw that video say somewhere.
Sure, it's probably somewhere on your drive.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's like one of my favorite memories. Such a good day. Such a good day.
But Genlock, it's an interesting show. I like the premise of it.
It's a good concept.
It was a mech anime. It was trying to be a mech anime.
Yeah.
And the interesting was that is you don't have people in the robots. They are controlled from a main place,
like in a hub,
like a Wi-Fi connection.
Yeah, it's like a hub almost.
Brain people plugged in.
Yeah.
That's where you had Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
Playing the main character. Maisie Williams playing one of the other cute little driver characters on it. She's funny in that show. I get a kick out of her character. One of my favorite lines on that is because she curses so much.
She does. And
she has just the filthiest mouth out of everybody. She's the itty bitty one. She plays Cammy McLeod. But
my favorite thing is they always call it out too. Like, hey, you want to take it easy?
Oh, like, you have a really bad, cursing problem. I was like, cursing problem? I have no problem cursing.
No. You curse a lot. Well, fuck me sideways. Like, no.
Well, shit.
Yeah, that's what I like about that one. And for me, one of the biggest reasons why I kind of got to do it is because, well, I'm a big Doctor Who fan. So when I heard,
and you have David Tennant, he's in there.
And so when I heard David Tennant was going to be making an appearance in the show,
which I see was probably why it was hard for Rich to get this up rank because you have a lot of big name people. You got to go.
Big name people.
Like, you have Michael B. Jordan, who became super popular because he was in Friday Night Lights originally. He was a Marvel guy now because he was Killmonger.
Yeah, he was Killmonger. That's right. He was.
You got David Tennant, who is
Doctor Who, the 10th Doctor.
10th Doctor.
Scrooge McDuck in the remake of DuckTales.
But before that, he was also in Harry Potter.
He was in Harry Potter.
So he's also in Harry Potter. So I mean, but he has a lot of
Potter.
He has a lot of pull on that.
Yeah. So
then you got Maisie Williams with good old Game of Thrones, which is that's a real big pull. So.
Oh yeah, the fact that because at the time when Genlock came out, Game of Thrones was still really big. We're gonna talk about last season though, but overall, it was like the fact they got her in there. Like, I am thoroughly impressed by they were able to swing that.
But it's a good show. I got a kick out of it. The ideals were interesting. They had a little bit of fan servicey bits that was pretty fun.
Definitely.
They had some political talkings in that itself with orientations, which is fine and dandy. That's just way to go. So, but there is always a proper way to do representation and a bad way to do representation.
It's not our show, but
like I said, it's I think probably one of my more entertaining ones would be just I need to get into season 2. I've watched season 1. I have the season 1 on DVD. I need to go through it again. I'm in that wonderful thing that I love to do where I need to catch up on shows and I end up rewatching old shows.
I've been same here. I can tell you times I rewatched Devil's a Part-Timer.
I'm going to start up this new series and then I'm rewatching Venture Brothers.
Oh God, that was a good show.
And I'm rewatching Venture Brothers, which is a great show. I love that show. It's funny. I'd say a whole show about how failure can make a person, but it's a great bit of entertainment. There's supposed to be a movie. They're supposed to be making a movie about it.
Right.
So we'll see how that goes. But I enjoy it. I do that a lot. So I will. So if you ever meet me and you tell me about good shows to review or to watch or anything, I'm terribly sorry, but I am terrible at trying to keep up with things because I will get the motivation to do it, and the next thing you know, I'm rewatching Outlaw Star.
Oh God,
I'm going through Futurama again.
I don't know how many times we can rewatch the same shows because I'm not gonna lie, I've rewatched Devil's a Part-Timer. I even downloaded to my phone to where I'll just binge the season just on a whim. Like I tell myself I'm gonna watch the new season of anime. I'm not gonna lie, the reason why I started watching the new fall season because a buddy of ours came to visit Josh. He came to visit oh yeah, this is all I'm watching right now, and he was showing me the first episodes of each new anime in the season. There's one I got invested. It's a Spirit Chronicles. Yeah, it's typical isekai. Guy dies on a bus, but it's kind of weird. This one, it's kind of different.
He doesn't die trying to save a girl from a slow-moving tractor, and then has a heart attack and pees himself.
Okay, I think he shot himself. Okay, Konosuba. But yeah, this one's kind of weird. The premise, the execution's kind of weird. So this one they kind of did. He got isekai, but he's in a host body. Apparently, they have the body he's taken over has a life, and so it's kind of like the body he's in. Yeah, he remembers himself growing up. Oh, my mom, my dad is that. Oh no, shit happened. Now this, and then he wakes up, an owl thinking he's about, basically a slave, for some really bad merchants. He's like, what the hell? Where am I? Well, I don't remember this. But then he kind of goes back to the other memories. It's like I was in a bus. Wait, what the fuck's a bus? I don't know what this is. So I was going to school. School? I'm not in school. I was about to graduate engineer. No, I'm this person. I grew up here. This is what I did. And you see kind of progress. He just kind of starts meshing. I'm not gonna lie. The shipping in that show, I will fight people to the death for this one. I am so invested. The reason why I got so invested, we binged that show from beginning to end, all 24 episodes. Even Crystal got mad at me because we started watching it. It was 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I was like, I'm telling myself, I'll just watch 2 episodes, 2 or 3, put on my watch list, and go home and finish the rest. Now, I sat in that chair, and beginning to end, we watched the entire damn thing. There are times where they come downstairs like, have you moved from that chair? No, I have not. I have sat in this chair for about 3 hours watching this show.
My legs cannot function.
My ass was hurting.
I have to move.
I was like, so you have not moved? No, I have not moved. Do you want to get something to eat? We finished watching the show, so yes, let's get something to eat.
Got back.
It was pretty much like we came like, I'm tired. Catch you guys later. Thanks for letting me watch the show. And the good news is, it's gonna be a second season because now the shipping, I'm invested. Homeboy, loves his teacher. The girl, the first encounter. Okay, you're a teacher? You're pretty young. Well, she's pretty cool. She's pretty smart.
You're pretty good.
And then she fell in love with him. She's about to get married. He comes back. Tell me what you want. Well, this is sick for my family. No. I didn't care about what your family want. What do you want? Do you want me to take you away or do you want to stay here? Pause. Brief moment. Think. Gears grinding. Take me away. Done and done. They go. Also, another good show, by the way. I also need more Nagatoro.
She's a cute character.
She's very cute. I like Nagatoro sound. But yeah, that's what I've been kind of getting into as of late. But Gemlock, I do want to watch it. I need to rewatch first season.
I need to rewatch the first season so I can get to the second season.
See how they approach it.
I have a little memory of the first one. Which I don't know if that's just because it's a forgettable show. Hopefully it's not. But it's just, I need to get into it because I think I remember the ideal, but not the full premise. So we'll go through there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But that's just the way it goes. It was like when I watched Uzaki Chan, just because the fact is like, okay, well, it's out. This is a thing. The hell with it, I'll watch Uzaki Chan and watch it.
I like Uzaki Chan. That looks pretty funny.
And it was unapologetic at certain things. But, when a show's unapologetic about things like that, it makes it better.
To me,
it was like Kill la Kill.
Oh, God.
It was just unapologetic. It was like, here's fan service. We're going to shove it in your face, down your throat, and you're going to enjoy it. Hey, guess what? I did.
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
We kept up with that show on launch days.
Extensively.
Hanging out at our bud's house, just getting into it, just watching. He's like, hey.
See, I also remember when we first watched Ruby, we were like watching the show religiously. We would go to Q's house.
Because it was entertaining.
Yeah.
It was a different idea. Well, I guess it wasn't too different. But
school
people going to powers and all that.
Yeah. But for us, it was like a whole new thing because we had never seen something like this before. By that I mean like...
And we watched the same episode like 3 times in one day because we were trying to get everybody who wanted to keep up with it.
Oh, yeah.
Caught up, so it was like, we're going to be watching the episode again.
It was like Thursday or Wednesday, hey, what are you doing right now? Like, I just got off work. Cool. We're going to take a shower, meet you at Q's place. Or, hey, Q, what are you doing right now? It's like, I'm about to watch Ruby. We're on our way.
Hold on.
Hold on, we're on our way right now. We're going to watch
on the way. So we're going to... So, every night you get a show like that. It's like, we've done that with Ruby. We did that with Kill la Kill. Another good one was, hey, look at that.
Hello, good buddy. One of our good buddies joined us today. I'm pretty sure you heard us talking about One Piece. That's why he made his appearance.
Was the angry of One Piece?
Somebody talk about One Piece.
Well, I was.
We sure were. Yeah, we were talking about One Piece.
If you want to be part of this, you got to sit over here so the mic can hear you. Or if you don't want to be part of this, you can sit over here and stew in anger.
Fine.
Oh goodness.
So
this is our buddy Cody. He was actually here for the Halloween podcast, but
he was our fact checker.
We let him be a peanut gallery and fact checker.
Very good at fact checker.
So let's go back to the One Piece conversation. So we're over 1,000 episodes in, 8 episodes in.
Yes.
So
and we all know that the ending is going to be the fact that it is...
I will kill you if you say it.
see, that's what I'm talking about. It is his hat. Friendship is the treasure of the journey, and all the friends we make.
Nope, Oda will not let that happen. If he does, I will personally go to Japan and murder the man. But I do not believe he will do me this way.
Don't take that threat seriously, please.
He is taking a break temporarily from the manga, like he usually does. But
that's fair. That's fair.
If he does hear this, or somebody says this, I love you. Please continue One Piece.
Take it as a grain of salt, please. He did not mean that. It was just out of frustration.
He's gonna be sitting on his final stand. He's gonna have a captain's jacket on his face. He's like
the Goldie Roger jacket.
I'm sorry, my fans and everybody, but I'm not gonna be able to finish the series. But the final episodes have been finished, and I've compiled them all in one place.
So. Well,
and then the shipping industry for America gets revitalized as everyone in the world grabs a boat.
It begins my political career to finally have access to the nukes. Just to end this all.
Well, I end it up. Well, see, I imagine that we were going to be like, in our mid-50s and we're going to get a call from Cody. Hey, I got a boat. You know what's going to happen next at this point.
Yeah, it's going to be us on the boat. I'm going to go, yeah.
Okay, so
I will get a freighter.
You will get...
If we're doing a boat, I'm getting a freighter. We are doing a Metal Gear Solid style entourage of just.
So you can have like an entire. You can have like an entire army, not a crew, an army.
So what you're telling me is, I get to wear boots and sling around a revolver.
You can do whatever you want in your bay, in your
bay.
You're gonna quarters. You're gonna just separate the boat in the quarters. Like you go there. Don't fucking.
You belong here now.
What are they called again? The
quarters.
You just put the shipping
cargo containers. Yes,
the shipping containers.
Everyone has a shipping.
A cargo
container.
hold. You get put in.
If you're good enough, you'll get two.
You get to. Oh, whoa!
I'll weld you a door.
Just in between. Wow, we stepping up in the game now.
So, no, but like I said, I mean, because my buddy Cookie is the one that I was talking about. That was I tried to get into One Piece. I tried to do the horrible mistake of starting from episode 1 and catching up.
Just read the map. That's all you need to do.
Okay, now you're asking me to read.
So, one of my big questions
Put it on a slideshow,
right,
and let it go.
Just watch a PowerPoint. I guess one of the good questions is for people that would want to get into it. How would you recommend getting into that show to begin with? Because when you got me into it, you just told me watch Water Arc.
Water 7.
Water 7. Because because I'm very particular. I watched it from the beginning, but when you told me to watch, I was like, okay.
It's the hook is Water 7. Anything else? I mean, you're more than welcome to begin the very first when they're still in, East Blue or West Blue, wherever it is.
So I guess another question for me would be is this a show that you can jump in at any point, or do you have to start at a certain point of the show to get into it?
I mean, it has watchability and everything, but it definitely helps to have the emotional background.
Fair enough.
You get to cry over a boat. You get to cry over a bell.
I did cry over a boat.
You get to cry over a song. I mean...
Okay, that song was actually... That hurt a lot more than I thought it was going to hurt.
Yeah. I know about the boat. Mm-hmm. Because... That brings me to another incident that we went to have. I'm going to start this first. The reason I know about the boat... Because there's an AMV Hell where they show the scene where he's on fire. And it's just going, you killed me! And it could come in the Luffy and he's just crying his eyes out. He's like, you killed me! He's like, I didn't mean to kill you. Now I'm dead! And he's just slowly breaking down.
And then I thought I'd have emotion for a boat until I saw that episode. I was like, okay, fair enough.
And that was the Going Sunny?
That was the Going Merry.
Going Merry.
The Going Merry.
The Going Sunny is the next one, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, so...
It's powered by cola.
Or Thousand Sunny.
Yeah.
Wait, it's powered by soda?
It is powered by soda.
Yeah. Hold on a second. When did this happen?
When Frankie joined the crew.
Yeah.
It is powered by soda. And it shoots laser beams.
It does shoot laser beams. And doesn't the main also...
I have no idea what's going on. I just know that...
The lion's mane becomes a...
propeller of sorts?
A tornado of some sorts. A lion tornado.
A lion? No. Yeah. You're not allowed to have tornadoes and animals anymore.
Oh my God.
Then my other incident was, it was my first A-Con I ever went to.
Oh yeah.
I walk into the hotel room.
You can see Cody wincing right now. We got a camera.
We got a camera. You can see my buddy here wincing. But just my buddy was comfortable. He was enjoying his One Piece. It was a good day. I think he had finally settled some of the issues he had that day with monetary reasons. The next thing you know, I come in.
He was in his bed.
And I ruined everything. Because I point at one of the characters and I go, hey! Do we know he's a giraffe yet?
You motherfucker.
And I have never done too much to make Cody angry, but that was the day that I had seen the I'm gonna stab you. Look.
I was trying to get Roger on board, and I was like, "Hey, talking about it," and like all of a sudden, like if this could be a giraffe, God,
like if this could be portrayed in the anime form,
it is hip to be square, right?
I mean,
I now want to own a pasta machine too.
Yeah,
oh my god,
pasta machine.
At that point, if that could be conveyed, drawn out in anime form, you could see the whole cliche, eyes bloodshot red with full of anger, just. The whole...
I didn't do a thing. I'm an innocent wee child.
You know, the airlines just like sheer anger. Or, pull the Gamagori's overbearing. You can see the aura, the death aura.
Good days to be had.
Never a dull moment.
I wasn't angry for saying it. Yes.
You were annoyed. You were angry and annoyed.
You were angry because...
you were very comfortable looking, too. You were all nice and wrapped up in your bed. He was
peaceful. He had a comforter. The match was just chilling. He was
enjoying my conventions. I literally just chill in the hotel room, do a couple little rounds of shopping, and then...
Go drink.
Yeah.
Well, you kind of... 80% of the last comedy where you were just balls deep asleep every time I came into the room. I didn't really give a shit. Our buddy, on the other hand, not so much. He was too happy.
What?
Jared was not happy. He's like, you piece of shit, you're just sleeping all goddamn day. Like, do you want the badge? Nah. Okay.
So much vacation.
He had to catch up on my guy had to catch up on sleep.
But yeah, so I mean, One Piece, good series.
Yeah.
I hope we can eventually see it end, and then there's like 10 years still of material to be had, so we'll see what happens.
Yes. Hopefully, I will die of old age before it ends.
So you don't get to sleep. So you want to die before it ends, so you don't have to see the ending.
Yes, that's the worst thing.
It's okay. We'll dig up your body. We'll hook you up to a machine generator, and then I'm going to just talk about how the ending is going to be the straw hat and that the real treasure was found on the way, and then your body rolling in its grave will power my house.
You know, half the comments here is just going to
be Ghost in the Machine, Deus Ex Machina this bitch, and I will go
Sharky's machine,
and I will
half
be the lawnmower man and everything.
It's going to be everybody trolling Cody at this point. You know that, right?
Yeah, it's not good. I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of people that are just trying to back Cody, and then there's people just like, we're terrible people, and there's people just like,
That's funny.
Subs or dubs. Definitely subs.
Ooh, that's a tough one. A lot of people.
It's
not a tough one.
It's a tough one.
It is not.
It's a very tough one.
Well, for me, I'm a big sub guy, but some shows I will admit are pretty good dubbed.
When we were kids, yeah.
Dragon Ball Z.
Okay, so I can watch Dragon Ball Z dubbed. If I watch it subbed, Goku's voice is gonna kill me.
It bothers. I think they got a lot of people. I not so much.
Cowboy Bebop is better dubbed than subbed.
Yeah, I will admit, yeah.
I enjoy High School of the Dead dubbed.
I haven't seen High School of the Dead dubbed yet. I've only seen it subbed.
I've seen it dubbed.
Which is,
yeah, you watched the first episode.
I don't want to be hard on.
I haven't seen the whole thing though. Just that one episode.
The English voice actors, but a lot of emotion in the Japanese.
I liked Fully Cooley's dubbed. To me, Fully Cooley was one of the good ones in dubbed form.
Yes, I mean I didn't see the new one, but
the new one's not really good. You're not missing out much.
Go in with an empty head. Don't expect too much.
If you want to watch it, don't watch it. It's like when I tell people to watch Evangelion.
If I say you want to bring an Evangelion,
Evangelion is a great anime, amazing art, great story, interesting way to go about it, but it's a terrible fucking anime. Don't watch it.
It's pretty garbage.
It is great.
It's garbage, but it's honestly a masterpiece to watch. It's one of those.
It is a great anime.
Like it's a top 5 bucket list.
Shinji drives me up the wall.
I learned science.
I learned about thermal expansion.
I did too.
I learned about instrumentality in that show.
I learned about God and aliens. I mean, angels.
Is that
Gods and angels.
I mean, who doesn't want instrumentality?
I just want thermal expansion,
so to speak.
I've got instrument.
I've got thermal expansion.
I was just
it's probably the best way I ever heard that explained. That literally got me through a science test.
All right, so what were y'all talking about? We kind of derailed.
We always derail.
We always derail. We were kind of we just finished talking about live action Cowboy Bebop not long ago.
We finished talking about it. So, do you have an opinion on this? I want to hear your opinion now because, I see the look on your face. I want to hear this opinion. What do you think? Okay, are you gonna watch it or what are you gonna do?
I am going to let other people watch it, and then if I hear some,
how about this?
Man, or super stoked about it. I'm like,
or how about this, Cody? How about this?
Deep my toes in.
What about Friday? We can go to Joey's house. Me, you, and Jared. We'll go to Joey's house. We can get drunk and watch it. because Nate he'll be at work, so he's not gonna be able to join us. But we can go to Joey's and watch it there.
What about live action One Piece?
Oh yeah, how do you feel about that? I remember I texted you about that, and I didn't really get a response. How does that make you feel that they're doing a live action One Piece?
It's not actually being done, but it's
It makes me want Somali pirates to show up.
No,
and just kill
they.
somebody.
Oh
Yeah, I see.
No,
yeah,
no,
definitely Chopper. No.
No, you do know they're making live action,
It's
right?
Popeye.
Like, the live action
It's
One Piece
Popeye.
is actually a thing, you know. Live action One Piece is actually a thing on Netflix.
they've been talking about a lot of live action stuff for a lot of things.
So-
So when I see the actual show popping up, then
Fair enough. I will give you that.
I refuse to believe that happened. So
That's why I didn't get a response, because he never saw the text. Well, he saw it, but he just pretends that he didn't see it.
the best place it is in my imagination.
Now it comes in boxes. But some shows, I will admit, are pretty good dubbed. Majority of what I watch is subbed, only because, well, they don't really have the English yet. As of late, going over the years, I just haven't liked dubbed as much as I liked as I back
I watch
then.
things subbed when I don't have a dub to watch.
That's fair.
But
To
like
me,
Prison School is better subbed than dubbed because Andre's voice in the dub drives me insane.
Yeah, I just
Komi-san is only in Japanese, so I'm enjoying it subbed.
So yeah, we'll see how it turns out when they dub it. Because I'm pretty sure it's gonna be dubbed eventually.
Eventually, I'm sure.
See ya.
Kill la Kill was okay dubbed. Better sub, but it was okay dubbed.
Yeah, I mean, I will
Definitely
agree
better sub.
Like I said, I'll agree with Cody for Kill la Kill. The sub had more emotion behind it. You know, the whole Sasuke Ryuko. You know, when they're shouting. It's kind of weird hearing English Ryuko Sasuke. Yeah.
My lips match. No.
They don't. But yeah, that's just dubbed in general. That's
Yeah.
how that happens.
I mean,
Trying to time things.
yeah, that's just the hard part, you know. But I mean, I enjoyed it though, regardless.
I enjoyed dubbed Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Yep.
That was good.
Oh yeah, that's one.
I didn't watch
grew
the
up with.
sub, but I have watched it dubbed.
I mean, I grew up with Full Metal Alchemist dub, so I mean, that's what when I hear
Full
sub.
Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist. That's if you watch it. That's when you watch it all together because there's no commercials. So it just goes Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist, and it comes back to the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about commercials.
Was
No
there a commercial
commercials.
break? No, there's no commercial
That's
break.
where the commercial break should be. But I'm watching it on Netflix. So.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you can just pause it and just watch the commercials.
Another show that you could definitely get a giggle out of for that fact. But that's just wait.
Well, there's a lot of good ones, you know.
But there's a lot of good. But we all have our own favorite anime list.
Oh,
and that kind of
definitely.
brings us to the next thing of favorite animes. And
One of my personal favorites.
yeah, 'cause as we can already kind of tell, my buddy Cody he's a big One Piece fan. Which
No,
yes, you are.
I didn't say that was my favorite.
I didn't say it was favorite, but you are a big fan of it.
It's my favorite.
I'm about to say, Cody.
Yeah, exactly, that's what
Yeah,
I
you're
like
lying
about
to your teeth. We know damn well that's your favorite.
You have the big treasure chest box set. Don't you shut your stupid face.
I saw you buy that, just so you know. I was there when you bought it.
I'm waiting on the fourth one.
More treasure chest.
All right.
There's gonna be like a huge fucking treasure chest one eventually, in a real treasure chest.
Like the actual big ass, the Bloom Treasure Pirate chest.
Full of berries.
300 pounds.
Full of berries.
Don't want they go rotten? Berries don't. That's a fruit, sir.
Don't you give me that?
What the
Don't you
berries?
give me that?
I thought the berries were currency in that show.
Shut up. Get it.
Alright.
But I think one of my favorites probably still gonna be. It's up there with his like Gate and Outlaw Star.
Oh.
I watch those any day of the week. Same thing with
Outlaw
High School of the
Star.
Dead.
Outlaw Stars.
I have a really weird
Classic.
kind of like my number one. I can't have just a straight number one because I will watch like 8 different shows.
There's too many
all
number
my
ones
greatness.
for me too.
Inuyasha will be.
I can't watch Inuyasha.
Come on, Kagome.
I can't watch Inuyasha.
on.
If I'm going to spend 10 minutes rewatching the last episode and then getting a little bit more progress, I'd rather just try to get through Bleach.
Hey,
What?
I liked Bleach.
Can get into Bleach.
I liked it.
Can get into
It's
Bleach.
still one of my personal favorites.
I want the bound art to be more.
You know they're coming back with it, right?
What?
They're going to come back with Bleach. They're actually going to do the actual ending itself, the true ending that we got in the manga. It's not the Fullbringer anymore. That's not the last episode. They're bringing that shit back.
But they already did that. Okay.
Yeah, they're actually going to do the Quincy arc too, the Quincy Wars and everything.
The Quincy game.
Yeah, so they're going to get back to that. To me, I love Bleach. To me that was kind of that fork in the road. Which one do you want, Naruto or Bleach? I went the Bleach route.
I couldn't get into either. I was watching like Alistar and Big O and Gundam Wing.
Oh my God, Big O.
Big O.
Such a good show.
Thank God Naruto dub was terrible. Had thrown me in the bleach and everything.
Oh
else.
yeah, because I mean the little bits of Naruto I did watch. Every time Naruto said "believe it," I could feel myself dying a little inside.
It's like,
I mean, honestly, you can make a drinking game out of the show.
But again, we were also at that point in time where I hate again to date ourselves.
angsty.
We were in high school.
Yeah, I mean, it was still.
Oh, we had to put up with the Naruto kids.
And at the same time, it was before anime was mainstream. It was kind of
It was
underground.
before the actual running in the hallways.
Yeah,
It was
because
before
I remember.
that. Indeed.
Because at the time, anime
And
was
then hand
underground
signs
still.
started becoming a thing. Then running in the hall started becoming a
I
thing.
mean, I see the Akatsuki people in the cloaks. It's like,
Oh yeah, the clothes
man.
walking in the lunchroom.
Yeah, and then you got that, and I was like, you are dying, and you already are sweaty and smelling bad. This is not helping. Please stop. Take a bar of soap and chuck it under your armpit, because I'm getting tired of it.
I mean, it's all wearing the headbands. I'm like, I'm glad you enjoy it. I'm glad you're passionate about it. But
That's back when you could go to Sam Goodies
Sam Goodies.
and buy the headbands there, because they had them there. They also had the swords there. Speaking of that, I mean, when it comes down to like weird weeby things like that, one of my favorite things, I saw a sign recently that at one of those little Asian stores that sell like the Asian clothes,
Oh, yeah.
and the Lucky Cat, where they have like all the anime swords. One of them actually put up a sign that says, "You are checking the balance and hold on a sword that's meant for display. Please stop.
Yeah,
It is not meant for that.
it's not supposed to be
Put it on
swung
the
around.
wall, and you're like, oh hello."
And maybe, just maybe, if somebody breaks in your house, that one in a billion,
You can throw it at them,
throw it at.
and then regret it after it breaks.
Or you can try swinging on them and just hit the side of the wall.
Hope for the best.
Realize it's too big.
How do you fight with it? You don't.
It's anime. Exactly.
I'm gonna get the Berserk goat sword from.
Oh, the Dragon Slayer.
That's
That's a big mofo.
It's a slab of iron.
With a sharp side.
I mean, if you ever want to see how
sharpest side.
I'll tell you this much. You know, on YouTube there was the Man at Arms.
Yeah.
They made the Dragon Slayer by a chunk of railroad. It's about this big. It's not very big, you know. It's like for those who can't really see, it's like what, maybe like a foot and a half.
Something like that.
Yeah. Railroad metal. It's pretty thick. So
Yeah.
with that much length, yeah, they were able to make the Dragon Slayer. So yeah, have fun with that. That shit's heavy as fuck. So I'm gonna watch you carry that shit around, and we'll go from there.
I need some leg extensions.
Yeah, no fucking shit.
I'm gonna go to China and get those things that Yamei got.
I mean,
Pop open those.
just watch the guy on YouTube that had the Buster Sword hydraulics. He literally made
Oh
some
yeah, I
extra-
saw that. He also did the one where you do the weighted clothing and he wore like the 50-pound weights on his legs.
Yeah, he made an exosuit to hold a Buster Sword properly because the Buster Sword itself doesn't really.
It's not really balanced because it's kind of a big fucking sword.
It's literally a dragon. Like to me, it's like a small version of the Dragon Slayer with a big ass chunk of metal on top and a paper a cardboard tube as a handle. You know what I'm saying?
That's
bizarre.
it's anime swords in general.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You got the overly large, just crazy, like this shouldn't make any sense, but it does.
But I will admit though, Berserk.
You got half a scissor blade for one of
May he
them.
rest. Yeah. So with Berserk, I will definitely put Berserk on my favorites list because I don't know if you heard, the author did pass away. I'm taking it from Cody's expression. He did not hear about this. It was a while back that he passed away, like maybe last month. I mean, it got to a point where I'm gonna bring up Final Fantasy 14. Like everyone in 14, we had a little bonfire minion. Literally had set up a bonfire in one of the cities, just lined up in memoriam.
Memoriam.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he passed away, and we all felt things. We all sat there, you know, in 14 in the city, just
Yeah.
and so yeah.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, Berserk probably won't be finished. I mean, they will finish it eventually, but I don't know how they're gonna do it because.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And that's kind of like why I brought up Lost Boy. I'm glad you brought up Berserk on this one because
Agreement.
it was one of my favorites. I wouldn't say growing up, but it was kind of when I was really into anime. Like, let's see what else we can find. Holy shit, this guy's going massive. He's going ham. He's going hard.
We can go back in time when you were watching Gurren Lagann.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Yeah, also, side note, Cody just realized it's already hitting him that. Yeah, about Berserk. Sorry to hear that, Cody. Really thought you'd know about it sooner. But yeah, no, Gurren, studio when he used to be Gynax. Not Trigger, Gynax. Man, I'm not gonna lie, Gynax, they had so many diamonds in the roughs. Aside from Gurren, they had Naughty the Blue Water. Oh my god.
Ava.
Yeah, that's right. I remember. No one ever talks about that show, huh? Such a good show. Such a good series. And then, of course, they had Panty Stocking.
Panty and Stocking. That was a good one. I mean, other than we got our buddy Joe to watch it. He was like, "This is stupid." I was like, "Yes, that's the point.
That's the whole premise."
This is literally the whole point of it. It's literally just a slut angel and a gorging angel, and we'll just call it a day from there.
Like you know why they made that, right? They made it because
they watched Drawn Together.
They watched Drawn Together,
and they wanted to make a raunchy
version,
style anime that's just pointlessly and just unapologetically out there for it.
And they were on a camping trip, drunk as shit, because they're celebrating the success of Gurren Lagann, and they decided to come up,
joke they could,
and they came up with Panty Stocking.
And that's where you got Panty Stocking.
So the good news is we're getting season 2 in spring. That spring was announced like
over a decade ago.
I don't know, but we're getting in the spring. They didn't tell us which spring, but we're getting in the spring.
A spring.
A spring.
A spring.
A spring, at least.
A spring.
What spring, you ask? I don't know.
I don't know, but it's going to be one of them.
Some say
We did get they did finally launch a continuation comic for it.
Yes, they did.
But we haven't got anything further. And it's like Gangsta. I want to know what happened in Gangsta.
Damn it! Well, same thing, same thing with Berserk. The author passed away.
It's like my High School of the Dead.
Oh my god!
I want my ending to High School of the Dead.
But you got the sequel. I got
Triage X, which became High School of the Zombie Patients.
Exactly. That's why that's the true ending for High School of the Dead is Triage X.
There's only 2 characters in that show that are actually in high school, and one of them is still 13. Actually, a little demo idol.
Yes. And I got Demo Idol, Kabuki Nurse. Badass Takashi. White hair Ray.
Less annoying Ray.
She actually does shit.
She's actually useful.
Actually does something. Doesn't hate anybody. Oh, I will admit, that one episode when she got really drunk, I was like, I'm not gonna lie. When I saw that episode, I was still in my libido phase.
You were still young.
I was still young.
Impressionable.
I was like, dude, she's kind of like making the moves on him.
Didn't have facial hair.
Yeah.
The next thing you know, it's the dead of night, and it's the bathroom scene.
I was like, is she over here? Like,
and it was just a big thing of fast food. Everybody's in the bathroom. And everybody's like, why are we taking a shower together? Fucking because. I'm like,
so it can be safe.
Okay. I love the explanation for that.
Oh my god.
You got Booster Jim running around wearing nothing but the naked apron.
Oh, baby. Oh, Jesus.
You got Saya dreaming of Hirano.
Look, man.
I love the fact.
I love Saya.
I love the fact that the character of Kota Hirano is the exact same name of the guy who did Hellsing.
Yeah.
And he acknowledges it, and that makes it even hilarious. Just like about winning an award. It's like, okay, well, thank you very much for the award. I appreciate that. So now I got to go back to fighting zombies.
Right.
Oh, Kota.
I love that guy. He was pretty funny. He's really good. But man, in the manga though, that later chapter.
Oh, we're talking about that.
Fair enough.
We don't talk about that.
For those of you who know, it's a police officer. Anyway.
I'm done with you.
That's fair. A lot of people seem to be. But
Someone tried to marry Nia.
She held out. They got married. When they were both happy, they were happy. Leave me alone. She was happy. She could go in peace. She could die happy.
They buried her next to brother person.
But yeah, Gurren, that's one of my top favorites. Honestly, I would say that Gurren, Fooly Cooly, like the old school ones.
I do like Fooly Cooly. Fooly Cooly was very entertaining. It had the weird references and jokes. It was just saying, what's going on here? It's teenage angst with robots coming out of your head.
Exactly.
It's trying to get over puberty with, oh god, what's wrong with me?
But I think one of my other favorite ones to this day will always be, like I mentioned earlier, Devil's a Part-Timer. Like I said, it's in my phone. I will watch that anytime, anywhere.
Devil's a Part-Timer is very entertaining. I did get a kick out of that.
And the good news is they actually greenlit the second season. So
I need more Black Lagoon.
It is going to be released. So Part-Timer Season 2 will be released
I need more Black Lagoon.
Supposedly it's in the works.
Remember, they did release like book 11 years ago.
And so when they released that book, even the author commented, "I'm sorry." He actually apologized. "I'm sorry it took so long to release this. I'm trying to get." I think he was going through a lot, and they're trying to get more and more
I
material
think they're
ready.
working on other stuff too, but that's manga series in general.
And to me,
anime series in
I'm
general.
okay with it. You know what? I'm glad. And apparently,
That's what we said about Big O. It's like, oh, we're finally going to get the ending. What does the ending turn out to be? Episode 1.
yeah, it's just season 1. Apparently, they have season 2 and 3.
Spoilers.
Season 2 and 3 endings are the same thing. You just go back to season 1 of the first episode of the first show. I mean, he had so many chances to say, I want to save everybody, or I want to do this instead. Reset their memories. Make them forget everything.
Let's fuck it over. I'm done with it, but that's just the way anime goes. You got your goods, you got your bads, you got your subs, you got your dubs, you got your live actions, you got your originals. You got people saying the manga is better. You got people who haven't even read the manga saying the show's better. It's just the way it goes.
It is how it is,
It is what it is.
Yeah.
But I guess on that note, we can probably start coming to a close.
I think we could,
Yeah. We went through the usuals. We got to talk about the fall anime lineup. We made our jokes. We had our ramblings.
Oh, yeah.
Talking about shows we're currently watching. We'll get a review out as soon as we can get some Cowboy Bebop watched and go from there. I might even do a short, mini podcast for that there. A mini little quick review for it there that we can throw together, or I can throw together and just ramble to the microphone in my room.
Will you be drunk? Probably. Most likely.
I'll be dead from work, but we'll go from there.
I'll be drunk watching it.
It's almost Black Friday, so we'll go.
I'm about to say, you're going to need a beer after Black Friday.
I'm going to go crazy is what I'm about to do.
Yeah, you're going to need a beer that Saturday.
But either way, so that is what it is. That was the Weebie podcast, and we'll see for the next one. We don't know what the next one's going to be, but I'm sure I'll come up with something between here and there. We do have the Twitter up and running. It is dead because I don't know how to enter social media, but I'll throw that at Roger and see if you can figure that out.
I'll probably take care of that eventually.
And I'll start making my 2 cents into that. The channel's up and running, at least. We got that far. We finally got that far, so we'll go from there.
Oh, yeah. We're going to try to broaden the horizons, try to at least do iTunes.
There might even be an Instagram.
I can honestly do the Instagram eventually.
There might even be an Instagram. Maybe.
And if I'm not lazy, I'll probably get it up and running. But we're also going to try to expand into, hopefully iTunes, Spotify, to the other platforms. I mean, it's not going to be guaranteed, because...
We're going to try.
There'll be an attempt. There's going to be an attempt, so
hopefully
we can expand more.
There's literally 2 guys trying to run this podcast.
We literally just started this, 3 or 4 weeks ago, a month.
We joked about this for a long time. We finally got it going a month ago, and it's like...
It's like watching a baby deer take his first steps over. It's like,
Yeah, my deer's falling over still. I can't get up.
I'm just kind of sleeping on the ground at this point.
That's what it's done to. But either way, I'm Nate.
And I'm Roger.
And I'm Cody.
We got our good buddy Cody here.
Your good buddy Cody. So I enjoyed for that. But I'm sorry to ruin your day. But y'all take it easy and see y'all for the next podcast.
Catch you guys on the flip side at least.